We never expected that, when we brought her home that day, that's really going to change our entire lives. We're licensed wildlife rehabbers, and we got just a normal call. He had left his window open. When he came home, there were some leaves, some twigs on his bed, and he found these 2 little pink babies. So he realized that they were baby squirrels because he looked up and there was a mama squirrel batting her tail and freaking out. The reason that the mom had her babies in his apartment, when a mama squirrel is about to give birth, she will have her nest repaired. Early that morning, they had taken down some scaffolding from right below this man's window, and that must have been where her nest was, because she came back to the spot where she was going to have her babies and it was gone. We waited and we watched, and the mom kept on taking more nesting material from outside and bringing it up to this man's bed and not taking her babies with her. It was very cold outside, so that's when we decided to take those 2 babies and rescue them and rehabilitate them to be eventually returned out into the wild. Thumbelina was probably the tiniest baby that we've ever rescued. She came in with her sister. Her sister passed away only a couple of hours later. They're super fragile at that point. We checked her over. We made sure that she looked good. We put her on a little heating pad, make sure she's super warm, just round the clock feeding her. And as she started to grow and we were in the rehabilitation process, we realized she wasn't really hitting her milestone. 4 weeks came and it went, and 5, 6, 7, and she wasn't opening up her eyes. We didn't know if she was blind. We weren't really sure what was going on. When she finally opened up her eyes, it was really shocking because she didn't want anything to do with the other babies. All the babies like to usually sleep together and they play and they snuggle. Usually when they're at that age, they are running around. They're super hyper. They just want to jump and play. And she did not want to jump. She did not want to climb. So we were like, okay, let's just give her a little bit more time and keep her with us a little bit longer. But as time went on and on and on, she just never started acting like a normal squirrel. She was very, very clumsy, didn't have a good grip on anything, which is really dangerous when they're climbing trees. Most of our babies, they were finally released. And we still had her because we needed to make sure that she was ready to go outside. And we noticed that she was gaining a lot of weight. So we decided to bring her to see a doctor. She was actually diagnosed with endocrine disease, which completely explained why she developed the way that she did. So that is why she was so delayed. And that's why she was so unlike the other babies. She was gaining a lot of weight because she had polycystic ovarian syndrome and endometriosis from that endocrine disease. We realized that this little squirrel, she's not going outside. She's going to be with us forever. I really feel like we started to form a bond almost immediately. So when I sleep, I have my hand on her somewhere so she knows that I'm with her. If I'm not holding her little foot or her little hand, she's always looking for my hand. She wants to make sure that I'm still there. She always wakes up first thing in the morning when she hears me, and little eyes are immediately looking out her bed to see what I'm doing. So every morning, her little ritual is that she'll sit with me. She has a little bit of avocado for breakfast. She loves getting her little massages. I rub her feet, her hands, her head, everything. And she sits and she loves it. In between, when I stop, she'll sometimes grab my fingers and, do it back, which is really, really sweet. She's always following us around. So if we come home with groceries, she's the first one over to look inside all the bags and check to see if anything's for her. So she's always by the refrigerator or looking in the closet or just trying to figure out where she can steal snacks from. And we're always running around trying to stop her. If she doesn't get the snack that she wants, she'll sulk. She'll just sit there and be moody. Right after she has her dinner, she gets ready for bed, and usually I'll tuck her in nice and tight into her little donut bed, and then I take the donut bed and she'll sleep with my husband and I. She always likes to just sort of snuggle in between us. We're the only thing that she's ever known. So when we rescued her, she was only a couple of hours old, so she never really got to interact with her mom. Being squirrel parents, it's really a 24-hour job, especially because she does have special needs, so she needs us. Our lives basically revolve around her now, and I wouldn't have it any other way.